In this episode of It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room, we're going to grab a fistful of Joes, and I'm going to go over a little news from the channel, so stick around. Hello and welcome to It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room. My name's Rob, and in this week's episode we're going to look at some G.I. Joe figures and have a little news about the channel. But first, let's grab a fistful of Joes.
Yo, Joe!
Okay, like every time, I got a container here. So let me just grab a fistful of them and let's see who we get. A little slippery. Oh, okay. Okay, this is awesome. The 25th anniversary line. To be honest, I've never really had a chance to look at these. When my wife and I got married, it was a choice of getting rid of all the carded figures or making them smaller and more manageable to store. So I ripped them all open and just put them in bags. And I never really took the time to look at them while I was doing it. And to be honest, at the time, it's like, they're just the new Joe figures, and I never thought much of it. But shoot, I mean, it's been a few years now, so I guess they're legit. I think I've gone over that before, my thoughts about that. But this is Mutt and Junkyard. Here we go's Mutt. And I can tell you this is great sculpting on his gloved hand. His vest comes off. Here's the helmet with the muzzle attached to it, which is a neat little feature. He looks great. Well, let's look at some of his accessories here. Of course, the most important accessory would be Junkyard. And that is a great Junkyard. They did a good job painting him. He's a great sculpt. So different than just the hunk of black plastic that he was. They did a really good job in coloring him. Of course, all the 25th anniversary, which I thought was awesome, came with stands. And he comes with a billy club. And a Mac 10. He has a holster here. I guess this is for the Mac 10. Does fit. But it seems kind of awkward with the silencer and all on it to have it just in a hip holster like that. Or thigh holster, I should say. Put the billy club in his hand so he can knock the crap out of any cobra that try to sneak on base. There he is with the gun in the holster. And see what I mean? I mean, with the silencer coming out, it just looks a little awkward. And I think the billy club should have been just a little bit bigger. But other than that, great figure. Great detail. Junkyard looks great. So, let's see who's next. This is kind of an interesting one. And this came in a comic 2-pack. But this is Storm Shadow. Comes cloaked. And what's neat is if you take his cloak off, he has the red hood there. The cloak feels really nice fabric. Reminds me a lot of the D&D LJN fabrics that they used. Of course, with those had glitter and crap on them, so they're a little bit more stiff and had texture. But what I find interesting about this is, in the comic, with this bow, with all of its tech on it, it was actually Zartan. So I always just thought of this as a Zartan figure, to be honest. Here's his swords. Oh, they go in by shape. And you got his arrows. But it might be a little bit awkward with his cloak to put it underneath. But like I said, this when this happened in the comic, with whom they thought was Storm Shadow assassinating the Soft Master, or is it the Hard Master? Either way, Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes' teacher, it was Zartan that was in the disguise of Storm Shadow. So like I said, I always just saw this more as another Zartan toy. And really psyched to get that in my collection because of that cool bow and everything. Next is Red Ninja. Comes with the same get up as Storm Shadow. I love that they have the like little ears on it, because that's how they were kind of drawn in the comic. I mean, it's pretty much a repaint of Storm Shadow, but it has a lot of personality all its own, which is cool. It comes with a big man catcher, pole arm. And let's see, does it actually fit around someone's waist? Kinda. It kinda has some give, so I don't want to force it and break anything. Comes with a standard Storm Shadow-esque bow, ninja bow. And has a stand like all the rest. Great figure. I actually have a bunch of these as troop builders, and in a pack that I have that came with Snake Eyes, where he's fighting a whole bunch of them in a window box. That's really cool. Excuse me. But yeah, Red Ninja, very cool. Next is Ripper, Dreadnought Ripper, and got his backpack here. I mean, they did a great job on all the figures, but the Dreadnoughts I just really dug, because they were figures I didn't have as a kid. So to get them with their, it's just something about the denim blue and everything. It's just very iconic to me. His backpack, his jaws of life, or jaws of death if you want to call him that, because I doubt he's saving many people. Got his hose in here, his stand. Sadly, I don't see his rifle. It may have fell out in the box here, as I would assume he'd come with it, because, I mean, it's iconic, his axe-bladed rifle. Here's his jaws of life. It actually move. So that's a neat little feature that they added on over the original. Like I said, the hose is in here. His file card. And his figure stand. I believe he came in a 2-pack as well. So maybe his rifle ended up with somebody else, whomever he was packed with. I'll have to look into that. Next we have the Hiss Driver. Great design. A really cool troop builder figure. I wish I would have picked up a couple more of these at the time. He's got a thigh holster there with a pistol in there. I mean, great. I mean, the folds in the fabric, his chest plate armor, the Cobra symbol, it all looks so great. Love this figure. I'm happy that I have one of the originals in really great shape. But personal favorite figure, I always wanted a Hiss, of course, never got one. But it's just something about the Hiss Driver that I just absolutely adore. Next we have a Cobra Officer, just to get the name correct. This also came in a comic 2-pack, I'm assuming, because of the file card in here, because I have all the cards of the single figures in a separate box, intact. He comes with the Cobra AK-47. He has great webbing. Has a knife there on the side. It's just a nice figure. So yep, helmet comes off, which is great. Of course, now it doesn't want to stay on. Maybe I shouldn't have took it off. But just a classy figure. They did a great job remaking the original figure. Where's it got some bounce at here? I think it's just in his legs. He's got a little bit of wobble to him. But it's not going to stop him from standing. But just a really nice figure. Troop builder. I got a bunch of them. Most of them still in the package because they were extras. I planned on selling them one day, but nah. Never got around to it, so now they decorate the room in different places. Next we have the AVAC, which is the Terradrome Flight Pod Pilot. He came packaged with the small flight pod, which I have hanging from the ceiling up here, like it's zipping overhead. He came with a dagger that goes into his little boot sheath there. Again, great armor like the Hiss Driver, great symbol. To be fair, let's look here. They kind of have the same chest, same arms. It's just the silver painted on the padding here, and it's just red here. Different helmet. Of course, the legs are different, boots are different, but same chest and arms. He's got a different belt and different helmet. I don't know if you can tell through the bag, but great figure. Of course, I always wanted it as a kid, but guess what? You can only get them if you got the Terradrome. So I got the next best thing when I could, and I got the flight pod with them. And our last figure for today is from the 25th anniversary line, as all of these figures were, was a Crimson Guard. The helmet is a lot bigger and bulkier than the original Crimson Guard. And I think it just adds something different to it. He's got the, I don't know what you call those, the shoulder epaulets or whatever. Is that how you call it? You have the little braided thing going around. He's got medals. Looks like an airborne medal maybe. But he came with a pistol, which looks like a Colt actually, but it might be a 357. We'll put that into his thigh holster there maybe. Maybe not. It wants to fall out, so I'm not going to put it in. Of course, the rifle with the bayonet. That is very iconic of the Crimson Guard, having that bayonet on there. And comes with the cool backpack that they came with. Great figure. These, unfortunately, I didn't get any extra of. I think I only have the one. And I'm still on the lookout for an original one, which the glossy paint of the originals I think worked a little bit better. I mean, the sculpting on this is superb, but there's just something about the glossy paint of the original figures that kind of plays a little bit better. Makes it look like he's wearing a leather outfit or something more shock trooper-esque. Anyway, that's been Fistful of Joes this time around. Watch this commercial and we'll be right back.
It's under attack! It's under attack! The G.I. Joe headquarters is under attack!
This is it, the G.I. Joe headquarters, and there's never been a command post like it.
Man the battle tank!
A real American hero!
I've located Cobra! We've captured a Cobra officer! Put him in the stockade! Way to go, Joe! Fire! We chased off Cobra! We saved the G.I. Joe headquarters!
G.I. Joe headquarters, all figures and equipment sold separately from Hasbro.
Welcome back. I got a little bit of channel news, so anyway, first things first, I need to apologize to an awesome dude named Walter. He sent me a great care package with some awesome things in it that I wanted to show off. Well, at least one of them. One of them I need to do a little bit of work on, and that was his intention to give me a project. But one of the things I wanted to show while doing my Fistful of Joes. Silly me, it requires batteries. I thought I had the batteries, but when right before filming went to fire them up, they must have come out of one of the kids' toys, and I thought they were still good, so I put them in our little battery drawer, but they were dead. So I had to get some batteries for it, and hopefully next week I'll be able to show off what it is, because it's awesome. Anyway, okay, I have to start off again by saying thank you so much, everybody that watches and everyone that's subscribed. We've gotten over 500 subscriptions, and that just blows my mind. I don't even know 500 people. I think I even said in the 300th episode, I don't even know 300 people. So it's really, I mean, it really blows my mind. I don't know any other way to say it, but I mean, but thank you everybody for subscribing and supporting, and thank you for tuning in. I mean, and thank you for leaving the comments. I mean it when I say I love talking to you guys. And it's just so cool to connect to so many different people from so many different walks of life. It just means so much to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you 100 times. No, 500 times thank you. I said I was going to do a live stream when I hit 500 subscribers. I said it on Twitter. I don't think I formally had said it on any of the episodes, but I'm still planning on doing that. But I had a lot of hurdles in the way. I thought I would download one of these really cool programs that give you cool graphics and ticker tape and, you know, comments and, you know, all this neat bells and whistles. I downloaded one and I wasted a whole weekend working on trying to get that to work. And then I wasted a whole nother night trying to get it to work. And the sad fact is my laptop that I film on just doesn't have the stuff to do it. So that's why the past couple weeks I haven't been able to do it came from episodes, because I've been devoting my time trying to get that to work and it just hasn't. So I'm just going to do the bare bones live stream that YouTube allows you to do, and in the next week or two I'll get a date and a time together and I'll let you all know about it. And if you have time to just swing by and say hi, if you have any questions, if you just simply just want to say hi and be known that you are a supporter and you're down with the laundry room, do it. That's all you need to do. I'm happy with that. So I'll set up the date and time and I'll let you all know one way or another. One of the things that kind of stinks about YouTube is you need to have at least 1,000 subscribers before you can put posts and pictures and little things on your page, you know, just to have a social interaction. So I guess the next step is let's get to 1,000 so I can do that and post funny pictures and post news and just general what's up everybody's, you know, things like that. Can't wait for that day. Anyway, again, thank you. Truly thank you. Also, I have been concocting a new show, I don't know what you want to call it, because time is a commodity I don't have a lot of, but I have more ideas than I do time. And if I ever get free time, I would love to just devote to different aspects of the show. But one of the things I wanted to start is a new show. I don't want to talk about it yet because it's still very out in the ether, but I had to get a new piece of tech for it, and my wife was like, you know what, just go ahead and get it. I know you'll have fun. You're doing a great job with the channel. Get it. So thumbs up. I was very happy. You know, big thanks to her for that. But once I got it and started playing with it, I got a bum one. Reading the reviews on Amazon, it happens. A few people did. They got it replaced, and it worked right as rain after that. So I'm in the process of returning it, and I should be getting a new one, and we'll see where I go after that. I'm hoping it's on to bigger, brighter things, and we'll all enjoy it. So stick with me. We'll have something new to throw into the mix just to liven things up a little bit. Anyway, that's pretty much all the news I have right now, but I wanted to share that stuff with you. And again, to say thank you, thank you, thank you so much for everything that you've done for me. I know you guys say you're entertained and you love the content, but you guys are giving me that energy back, and that does my heart and soul so good. So thank you. But with that, I gotta go. So thanks for watching. It came from my side of the laundry room. Until next time, keep being rad, stay dorky, peace out.